Hello, friends. I want to talk about God, not about religion, because there's too many of those, right? I want to talk about God. I think the misconception, and if you don't believe, you don't have to listen to me. And I went from being a Christian to an atheist to a Christian, and just understanding different religions and understanding the way the world works and how it all operates and how perfectly orchestrated everything is designed, to keep the human species alive. It's all beautiful. And we know what it says in the Bible. If you read the Bible and all the books from Genesis and even into the New Testament, and you have all the other different versions, different religions, but the key in all of these different religions and how to live in these religions to understand that there's a God is love, right? So everything's talking about love, 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 and that's how God designed us to be. And then we have also we have the good version of ourselves here, the angel with the ring. And you have the devil on this side, the guy with the red and the pointed head and the pitchfork. We have to deal with those two sides all the time. But we want to go to church or go to temple or wherever it is that we go to worship God. And we're so humble and we feel so good when we're in those places. But then when we get back out of those walls, we're supposed to continue that good feeling, that grace, that love. But then we get back into the world and it's distorted because of influence from everything that we see and we hear. And it turns us into this, this red guy right here, instead of continuing to stay with this person that wearing white on this side, right? But all God wants is to use you to do what He created you to do. Just like every insect and every animal and every plant has a purpose and a design to do something. And how do you always end up in a rut or get angry or not get what you want or not hear from God, or people die and people have wars and people get sick, and you pray and pray and pray and these bad things still happen? And everybody says if there's a God, He wouldn't allow those things to happen. But God created us to live in peace and to take care of this beautiful land and this planet that He gave us. So it's our choice to do the right thing and to create a good environment and to keep the planet clean. But we all choose not to. So if God created us to take care of and we don't take care of it, is it really God's fault or is it humankind's fault? Because we created all this mess, not God. Well, why isn't He stopping it? Why does He have to? He already gave you the directions on how to keep a clean, peaceful planet. So it's our fault. It's in our hands. And how do you create that for yourself as an individual? Going to church and trying to do the right thing and stay in a good mood all the time. Stay with this person in white with the halo on top of their head instead of the pitchfork, right? Well, think of a cup, right? And then you fill the cup up with water, and the water is you. And if you fill it up halfway or quarter of the way or 2 drops with you in this cup, that means you still want to be in control of the cup. But if you're just a vessel and your consciousness is in this body, allowing me to move my hands and speak to you now, and if God created it And he's in control of it all anyways. And we're just a vessel being used to do what we're created to do. Then in that cup, keep it empty. Not even a drop of you in it. And what does that mean, John? Well, if you know what all these old documents says from the Bible and over time about love, 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 love. If you empty your cup of you, letting go of control, and allowing love, the thing that is written everywhere on how to live, to have an abundant life, a peaceful world, if that is the key ingredient, and you surrender to love, meaning emptying the cup and surrendering yourself to God and following His word and His directions, and having Him control the cup, the empty vessel of you, then you start to see stuff differently. And the minute you start to say that you're going to put yourself back in that cup, I believe God says, well then I believe you have it, right? Because you don't need my help, because you want to control it. And that part of us that want to control everything is because inside, over time, we have developed bad habits because of what we have seen and what we have heard that wants us to be in control of our own life instead of trusting, just faith, having faith in God to deal with whatever that you may be facing, even though that it may be bad. So if we know that anger fills up our cup and negativity fills up our cup because we always want to be in control and be upset and get angry, and all those things that we fill up in the cup actually comes from the past, the stuff that's already happened that is making us fill up this cup to try to be in control. Because when it happens to us, we don't want it to happen again, so we put up the radar and then we fill up the cup because we're taking control and just letting go to love, because love is the cure. God created love so that we could live in love. We didn't want to live in love, so we invented and created sin by disobedience. And now that we have this in us, we still have the choice to do what we were created to do, or if we know what all is bad, then why do we let it trip us up and fill up this cup so that God can't use us? So my point today is, look at your life as a cup. And your body is this cup. And your mind controls everything in this cup. But we have direction on how to live. So if we follow the direction and empty ourselves to just love in general and every word and every action that we do, and don't let the past affect your future by being emptied and controlled by God, which is love. The cup is lighter because you're not filling it with anything. It's just a cup. And God is filling it with Him, which is invisible. That's going to create a better life for you. A light life. A happy life. A not heavy life. Then keep your cup empty. And let God use you. Because every time you try to figure things out and you jump in that cup, you know sometimes it don't work out. Most of the time it doesn't work out. And if it does work out, it works out for a little bit, then it goes back to something else, correct? So, empty yourself and be used by the person that has created you. Love always. John Dowsing.